Flat screen TVs, endless snacks and more champagne you could ever drink. I'm not talking about business class, these are private jets and they're taking off more than ever before. And some of our favourite celebs and athletes among those living it up in the fast lane.
More people diverting their transport, taking the commercial airline to the private jet.
And it makes perfect sense when you're flying from city to city, you're going to pick luxury and convenience over that busy airport terminal.
It was really for being able to travel when you have no solution.
It is big money for these huge personalities.
I guess the next gift we gotta buy is a private jet.
This is life as a sports billionaire. Inside one of these Dassault 8X aircraft, you'll find cosy cream seats, a bedroom, walk-in shower, and plenty of champagne to wash down the excitement of flying in luxury. There's even a pressurized cargo hold, which means you can collect your luggage mid-flight. The jets cost up to $62 million. You might be waiting on the tarmac while they're built.
If we talk about new aircraft, it's about 2 years to get a new aircraft delivered to your specification.
The private jet market was once far out of reach, used by the super wealthy to get from A to B in no time. But when COVID took over our lives, private planes became the safest way to fly.
In fact, the pandemic was at the beginning a complication. We couldn't get in touch with customers, couldn't visit them. They were so shocked and locked in their places that we couldn't really make business. But people very fast realized that aircraft could be a solution to replace airlines.
But just like every crisis, there's also an opportunity.
COVID apparently has had a significant impact on the global aviation industry. So we saw and we learned that all the commercial airlines have, closed their business. They either, suspended all the operation or they had all their employees redundant. But we also know that, the demand actually has resumed rapidly and unexpectedly.
So when business people and VIPs needed a ride, there was only one solution.
Jet market has always been there for a long time, and it is only used by those people who can afford either a private jet or they hire a private business jet for their purposes.
It was no surprise when sports teams began using private jets to get from ground to ground and make it in time for their match.
The current value of the market in 2020 during the COVID was about 30 billion, but the estimate was that this value would grow to 41 billion in 2040.
Now it seems everyone has a plane in the sky, from Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester City. If you're in the big league, it seems like it's time to hop on board.
Their purpose of travel usually is very outcome-based, which really means they have to go to a place for the sport, for the game. So it's not for a kind of a tourist operation. They used to hire a charter. They used to charter a private service to do that. But I think today, given the affordability, that more these kind of sports stars, they can afford the second-hand private jets so that they can travel by themselves for leisure purposes.
They must drive for days on end before packing their belongings and departing for their next destination. Most Formula One stars are surrounded by glitz and glam, whether it's in the form of fast, luxurious vehicles, celebrities, or money. These kind of drivers must travel thousands of kilometers to attain all of these goals.
From coveted jetliners to luxury jets of their own, sports teams are striking the scoreboard when it comes to flying in the fast lane.
I know that sport teams use business jets, but they are mainly airliners converted into, I would say, sport teams or citation. It's not exactly a very private jet with those ultra long range capabilities or ultra sophisticated communication system. It's more a transportation capable of transporting them on short hops from one place to the other.
And I'm sure it's no surprise who is leading the way.
Michael get a call for the fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, he did it! And Michael shakes the finger.
Câmera exclusiva da Globo, nós estamos com o Messi.
Check out this Boeing 767 from the New England Patriots. Inside, players and staff get to live like VIPs in the skies, which makes all the difference as players can travel comfortably.
The private jet will give them the flexibility. They can negotiate the schedule, they can negotiate the type of aircraft, the configuration inside of the aircraft, so the landing time, which would benefit for the training and the performance of the sports stars.
And you don't even have to be in a team to be putting your feet up in the sky. Floyd Mayweather among those who have one of their own PJs.
And with this, we make, just $300,000, that's $1 million. $1 million private jet.
As one of the wealthiest athletes in professional sport, Mayweather has not one but two private jets worth an estimated $40 million each. But I guess that would make sense if your nickname is Money.
Cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Michael Jordan also flying pretty. He's soaring through the skies on his PJ that can reach over 500 knots.
You're Michael Jordan. Well, I knew something was going to happen today when I woke up.
It even has its own call sign after MJ's number. That's N236MJ.
From the financial cost perspective, it is definitely not cheap for them to hire this kind of a private jet. But I think, from their perspective, it is really for the operational efficiency from competition, from the sports perspective. So from that perspective, it is definitely affordable. But from environmental perspective, given the current cost and given the advancement of the material of the technology in the new type of aircraft, so it is very affordable, and it is also okay for them to use the private jet.
And even if they don't have a jet in the hangar, many sports billionaires are renting out their own. Delta has been dubbed the official airline of champions because it's major deals with over 100 teams in the US. So flying is an attractive option if you've got a big game or meeting that simply can't wait.
Physical encounters, meetings are important for most people to close deals. So business travels are still at a very high level.
So is this just the life of the super wealthy, or could we all be soaring solo too?
Really, I can see that more and more people are joining this kind of a group who are interested in taking the business jet.
And why wouldn't you? With queues and delays at airports around the world, commercial air travel is back bigger than ever. But when it comes to our favourite sports teams and athletes, it's only the elite few that become sports billionaires.